Thank you so much, Tom, and let's give Tom a big round of applause for one of the hardest jobs here. So when our current courthouse opened its doors in 1843, our concept of justice was quite different than it is today. And I really want to take a moment, as Tom alluded to thank all of the folks here today who came in the middle of a day Monday, but had spent so many hours, months, and years investing to get us to this point where we can be that example of innovation, where we can ensure access to justice, where we can make sure that people feel safe in a place where we are leveling the playing field for all. As your county executive, it is quite an honor to be able to, with you, write that next chapter in Howard County's history, so that 175 years from now, people look back on this moment and they see a community that came together, a community that embraced equity and equality and made sure that when it came to coming to the halls of justice, it was a place where fairness was embraced and where environmental sustainability was considered. When I sat down with Edgemoor, there were some things that were important to me as county executive, and I want to personally and publicly thank them. Here we will have a building that was going to be LEED certified silver, and I asked them, reach a little farther, stretch a little more, and they're going to aspire to LEED gold. We have a building where we will have less pervious surface than we have today. A building in a project where not only will we be saving trees, but planting over 100 more trees. And so I stand with all of you, excited for a brighter, more beautiful future, and looking forward to an even better tomorrow. Thank you.
I'm honored to bring you greetings on behalf of the entire Howard County Council, and especially from our chair, Christiana Mercer Rigby. As mentioned earlier, we also have Councilman David Youngman here. I don't see you, David Youngman. There you are. Please give him a round of applause. I'm very proud to be here for this very special occasion. This groundbreaking for our new courthouse is symbolic for so many reasons, but most notably, it signifies progress for our citizens and our county. The County Council is proud to be a part of that progress and values our partnership with the executive branch and, of course, the judicial branch, as well as all of the departments across the county. We look forward to continuing that great progress and working together in a state-of-the-art new courthouse to benefit the citizens of our wonderful county. On behalf of the Howard County Council, congratulations on this groundbreaking. Thank you.
First of all, I want to thank County Executive Ball for asking me to speak here today. It's been a long journey to get here, and I am honored and excited to be here. Now, Lonnie originally said my speech was limited to 1 minute.
Good job, Lonnie.
Last week he said it could be 3.
Great job, Lonnie.
So here goes. First of all, I want to acknowledge and thank the former County Council Executive, Alan Kittleman. If it were not for him, nothing would have been in the budget for the County Council to have considered. And I want to also thank and acknowledge at this time the former County Council, Mary Kay Siggety, Jen Terrasa, Greg Fox, John Weinstein, and of course, Dr. Ball. They had the vision and the foresight and the courage to realize that Howard County needed a new circuit courthouse building, one that is in keeping with the excellence for which other Howard County necessities like our schools and our libraries are known. The Circuit Court is funded in a hybrid way. It's a department of Howard County, but it's the third branch of government, the judicial branch of government. The judiciary works in cooperation with the executive branch and the legislative branch. Over 20 years ago, there had been talk that a new circuit courthouse was needed. After I became the administrative judge in 2011, I realized that we really did need the new building, and I considered having serious discussions to realize a new circuit courthouse. The present circuit courthouse, as you know, is in Old Ellicott City. It's a beautiful structure. It's a landmark in this county. But when it was built, James Polk was the President of the United States. That was 175 years ago. Many things have changed during that time. Caseload has increased dramatically because our county has continued to grow. We're a popular place in which to live. The population increases, businesses come here, therefore the employees and the families come here, and it increases the work of the circuit court. Technology and security issues have become increasingly sophisticated and challenging. Over the 175 years, the court has had some renovations and annexations. And before 2011, the Land Records Division of the Clerk's Office had to vacate the building for space reasons, as did the State's Attorney's Office and part of the Sheriff's Office. Our staff has continued to work in a wonderful way, an amiable way, an outstanding way, with significant space restrictions and limitations. There are some areas of the building that are not easily accessible, putting an additional burden on security and safety in case of emergency. Wi-Fi is a challenge because of the granite walls. Parking and physical access to the building, to the Register of Wills, for example, for jurors, for those physically challenged, entering and navigating the building is so very difficult. We have all done the very best that we can do, but those who need to use the courthouse, litigants, lawyers, jurors, staff, we need to have a building that's technology appropriate, healthful, and most of all, secure and safe. Various sites were considered. For example, the present location where the present courthouse is. Another site was considered, the land adjacent to the District Court Multi-Service Center, and other sites in central Howard County. With all of those sites came evaluation of engineering, topography, and certainly cost and parking, as well as the acreage. This was the obvious site for Howard County because it's 29 acres. The county already owns it. And that's what Howard County decided to do. Expressions of interest were sent tens of thousands of hours from the county executive's office, County Administrator Lonnie Robbins, the Office of Law, Gary Cook and Norman Parker, the Attorney General's Office, Dean Hoff in Purchasing and Procurement, myself, Court Administrator Jen Kaiser, Dr. Holly Sun and the Budget Office, including Nikki Griffith, Jim Irvin, Holger Serrano, Mark Strumdahl, Department of Public Works, Facilities, David John, Val Lasdens, Department of Planning and Zoning, Tom Manier, who you've met, Don Bortner, outside P3 experts like IMG Rebel, financial consultants, the law offices of Hawkins, Delafield, and Wood in New York, engineers, courthouse architects, space planners, security experts, Bob Jones from Arcadis, Richie Green from New York. We held an industry day symposium where we thought a few people would show up. Over 100 contractors, architects, engineers attended. RFPs, requests for proposals, were sent. Binders filled with thousands of pages of technical expertise and financial solvency were submitted. The list was pared down, days of interviews of 8 hours each conducted, and a finalist team of Edgemore Starr, Clark, HOK, and Johnson Controls were chosen. Thoughtful deliberation and planning went into every part of this courthouse. Is it going to be perfect? No, because we're humans and we're not perfect. But I can assure you that everyone, part of this project, all the stakeholders, we got input from everyone to make sure that we were considering as much as we could possibly consider, balancing dignity and the gravitas of the matters that we attend to in the courts, keeping in mind the individuals who come to court have a high level of stress, so we're balancing the dignity and gravitas with trying to minimize that stress. All eyes are on Howard County. This project is a huge deal. It's forward-thinking, appropriate for Howard County to undertake. It's a collaborative effort amongst the stakeholders, all departments, the bar associations, Craig Glendenning and the auditor's office, the county council. Everyone gave input. The new courthouse will allow the staff, judges, departments, and litigants to do the absolute best for the public to promote the judiciary's mission of access to justice and promote confidence and trust in the judiciary and to provide optimum access to justice for everyone. I had to mandatorily retire last fall, but I'm honored to continue with the project to completion, and I'm proud to be a part of this project. I thank each and every one of you.
I won't be much quicker than Judge Gelfman, so apologies in advance. I'd like to say that I'm thrilled to be up here today. On behalf of the entire Edgemoor Star America Judicial Partners Consortium, which includes Edgemoor and Star America as co-developers, Clark Construction and Harkins Builders as contractors, HOK as lead designer, and Johnson Controls as facilities manager, as well as dozens of other firms, thank you to Howard County for being such a great partner and for the opportunity to speak today. We are excited to be the private partner developing the project, especially under such an innovative public-private partnership structure. The P3 structure shifts risks typically borne by the public sector to the private sector under a single contract. So our team has responsibility for designing, building, financing, operating, and maintaining the new courthouse for the next 32 years. Additionally, the model we're using here is known as a performance-based availability payment P3. And what that means is that if at any point during the term of our agreement, the facility is not performing as specified in the project agreement, there is a reduction in the amount the county pays for the facility that month. In other words, if the courthouse is not 100% available during that month, the county does not make 100% of its monthly payment. For example, if an elevator goes out of service and is not fixed within the contractual rectification period, there is a reduction in the county's monthly payment. The county also pays nothing until the courthouse is operational, which protects the county from any construction cost overruns or schedule delays. At the end of the 30-year operating term, there are a set of handback requirements the building must meet before it's turned back over to the county, ensuring the courthouse's longevity. I really want to commend Howard County for its forward-thinking approach to this project. The new courthouse is the first public building on the East Coast being delivered using this performance-based P3 model. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention the integrity and the efficiency with which the project was procured by the county. I'd like to thank the county's purchasing staff and its advisors for doing extensive due diligence before launching the formal procurement, and then its dedication during the procurement, often working long hours to ensure it remained on schedule. Numerous public sector owners, reporters, conference hosts, and others have contacted me and our consortium, trying to learn from our partnership with Howard County and understand just how Howard County did it and did it so efficiently. This project has been a true partnership every step of the way, which was validated again last month when we received unanimous approval of our site development plan at the planning board hearing. Following public comment from 10 individuals who spoke in favor of the project, the planning board members had rave reviews on the site plan, the courthouse design, and the collaborative development process. To quote board member Tootie Adler, the project has been an outstanding example of public-private partnership. Phil Engelkate, chairperson of the board, noted that it's a beautiful project that will be an amazing addition to Howard County. The project currently remains on schedule and on budget, although I did have some restless nights thinking about how we would keep it on schedule after last November's election, which resulted in a wholesale change of leadership that included all 5 county council members, the county executive, the sheriff, state's attorney, and it came around the same time as a new administrative judge. Did I mention we were responsible for developing a courthouse for the county? Anyway, the transition has been so smooth, and the fact that the project remains on track is a testament to the political stability of Howard County. A strong signal to private companies that want to do work with or in Howard County or locate their businesses here. Thank you, and we look forward to the partnership for years to come.
I just want to take a few minutes and express our sincere gratitude for being a part of the team. And as we move forward to completing the design and moving into the construction phase, County Executive Ball mentioned a few stretch goals that were provided to us during the course of the development. But one additional goal was to make sure that we significantly included local, small, and minority business inclusion in the overall process of the project. And I'm happy to sit here today or stand here today and let everybody know that those goals will either be met or exceeded as we move forward in the entire construction of the project. Briefly, I'd like to recognize three quick entities that are involved in the overall construction of the project. We have HOK, a world-class designer who brings very significant design experience in courthouse development, and they have brought all of that energy and delivered a very high-quality design here for the Howard County Courthouse. Secondly is our construction partner, Harkins Builders, a local firm here based in Howard County. And their energy, their insight, their planning has significantly benefited the overall execution of the project, and we're very thankful for that. And finally, Johnson Controls, who will operate and maintain this facility for 30 years on your behalf once we are complete with the construction. Their focus up to this point has been ensuring that we deliver an extremely high-quality facility that will be easy to maintain over the 30-year lifespan, and that project, when we're finished and hand back over to the county, will be of its highest quality and highest standards. So we're very thankful for the world-class team that we've put together. We're also thankful, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, the collaboration and the cooperation that we have received from day one from all of those involved from the county. You can't build this type of complex project without the significant investment, collaboration, and cooperation from the owner. And that's what we have seen from day one. It has been an absolute open book. Everybody is willing to undertake questions, be open to suggestions, and modify and transfer a different type of information so that as we come to fruition with the design and head into the construction, we have a very, very seamless entity and plan that goes forward. So we're very thankful for what we've received from the county and that level of cooperation. So we sit here today, we're on time, we're on schedule, and we're gonna knock this building down. In a few short 24 months, we're gonna be back here and we're gonna be cutting a ribbon. We're gonna be opening this facility. So again, on behalf of all the employees at Clark Construction, we thank you for your energy. We thank you for giving us the opportunity to work here with you and to deliver a world-class courthouse for you in a few short years. Thank you.
We are very, very grateful to have a new courthouse coming for three principal reasons. First is security. It's going to provide a much safer environment for us to serve the community, and that's really essential for the peace of mind of the prosecutors and people who work in our office. Secondly is communication. Some don't know it, but the attorney's office is divided into two separate locations, and that impedes the ability for prosecutors to speak with each other, and that, of course, can sometimes impact justice. And so we will be in the new courthouse in one location, one physical location, one space together, and that's going to be a real benefit to our office and to the community. And third, and finally, is a more functional court space. So the current courthouse setup, some of the courtrooms are not ideal. This process has been very collaborative. We've had the opportunity to lend our voice in how the courtrooms will be laid out, and that will make a real difference in achieving justice in the courtrooms. So for all these reasons, I'm incredibly grateful, and we are all, as Prince Attorney's Office, incredibly grateful to have a new building, a new facility, and I look forward to being there in a few short years, and thank you very much.
We at the Sheriff's Department take pride in our responsibility of securing the courthouse. We've been involved in every step of the process in building the new courthouse. Our job is security, so they've allowed us to come in. We've had input on where the cameras are gonna go, to where you park, to where you are able to go in the new courthouse. The new courthouse is gonna be beautiful, but at the end of the day, my main focus is on the security of that new courthouse. I can't tell you how many nights I pray before I go to bed because it's truly difficult to secure the old courthouse. So I pray every night that nothing happens on my watch. So for that, I'm very grateful that we're getting the new courthouse. Once again, it's going to be beautiful, but more importantly, you're going to have one of the safest circuit court buildings in the country. Thank you.
When Harkins first learned of the plans for the new courthouse several years ago, we were excited to pursue it. Being Howard County based with many of our employees residents of the county, this is a tremendous opportunity for us as the local GC to have input into the design and construction and to truly be part of such a significant and innovative civil project. We started formalizing a team and we're very thankful when Edgemoor Star America Judicial Partners reached out to us. Even though they are Maryland-based as well, they had the foresight to have a more local connection, and we knew we had something special to offer as well. Our headquarters is miles down the road on 29. We had insight into the needs of the new courthouse, construction experience with Howard County government, and most importantly, a sincere desire to be a part of this once-in-a-lifetime project right here in our backyard. I am a county resident. My kids go to school here, and I am one of many Harkins employees that have been involved and will be until we see this project to completion. But for us, it doesn't end there, because we at Harkins and our employees will be end users of the project and many services the new courthouse will provide, and that truly is a great feeling for us. We're so happy to be a part of this. It's very personal for us. We took a lot of stock in it from early on, and we're grateful and applaud Howard County government, Judge Gelfman for her many interviews we had with her, and the rest of the review team, Edgemoor Star America Judicial Partners, and Clark Construction for including Harkins in the process. We look forward to the groundbreaking and building more relationships as we continue. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you. And let me start off by saying, as a judge, we expect people to follow orders. I received an order, says keep your speech to 1 minute. And I will comply. Let me tell you. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'll be very brief. As you all know, I became the administrative judge in September when Judge Gelfman retired. I have been, as she said, this courthouse is 175 years old. In the 30 years that I've been in Howard County, I have seen dramatic growth. Dramatic growth with respect to the residential growth, business growth, the college, the libraries, the parks, the community centers. Now we're going to see growth in the judiciary. It is the mission of the judiciary to provide fair, effective, and efficient justice for all. Our current courthouse is somewhat obsolete because of the dramatic growth that we have experienced here in Howard County. It's not that efficient. However, this new courthouse, with this new courthouse project, we will be able to meet the needs of the members of our community and to improve the access to justice. Judge Gelfman has already thanked former Executive Killerman as well as the former County Counsel. I want to add to that by also thanking Dr. Ball as well as the current County Counsel. I also cannot forget Senior Judge Lenore Gelfman. She's been the champion of the development of this new courthouse and has worked with county officials and others in order to make the courthouse a reality. A couple of years ago, Money Magazine named Howard County the best place to live in the country. Howard County is a progressive county, and now we will have a progressive, state-of-the-art courthouse to better serve our community and to provide fair, effective, and efficient justice for all. With that, thank you.
3, 2, 1.